Hello guys, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 11th August current affairs. Myself Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the important current affairs. The first one, new undersea cable to boost the net speed in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Here, if you see the net connection or a mobile network speed, if you consider with India, in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, there is a low bandwidth and no network speed is there. That's why in 2018, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji laid a foundation stone for this project, that is submarine optical fiber cable. That means under the sea route, we have to send that optical fiber OFC optical fiber cable to the from it is connecting the Chennai to and Port Blair. It is connecting between Chennai and Port Blair. It is nearly 2300 km from Chennai to Port Blair. Here, what is the use of this connection? This connectivity will enable the delivery of faster and more reliable mobile and landline telecom services. Here, this connection will give the improvement of the network speed or network connection, at the same time faster and more reliable mobile and landline telecom services. Here we know that the foundation stone for this project was laid by Prime Minister in 2008 at Port Blair. Here this project is executed by BSNL, that is Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. BSNL will execute this project. Next one, National Infrastructure Pipeline, that is NIP, online dashboard. Our Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman ji inaugurated the National Infrastructure Pipeline NIP online dashboard. What is the use of this NIP dashboard? Here it is one-stop solution for all stakeholders looking for information on a infrastructure projects throughout the India. That's why if you want to know more about the information about infrastructure projects, then you can go with this dashboard, that is National Infrastructure Pipeline online dashboard. Here this dashboard is being hosted on the India Investment Grid, that is IIG, India Investment Grid.government.in. Here if you go search on this on Google India Investment Grid .government.in, we can search this National Infrastructure Pipeline, that is useful for all stakeholders who are searching for information on a infrastructure projects. Next one, priority sector lending to include the startups. Here first of all we have to know what is this priority sector lending. Here banks are required to assign 40% of it ANBC, that is adjusted net bank credit, or a credit equivalent amount of off balance sheet exposure, whichever is higher. That means either ANBC or a credit equivalent amount, whichever is higher, to priority sector including the agriculture and MSMEs. Here if you see the under priority sector lending means we have to give some priority to the some sectors like agriculture, MSMEs, and now RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, has revised the PSL guidelines to include the startups under this priority sector lending. Here some guidelines are some characteristics of this RBI guidelines, that is revised guidelines to aim to encourage the environmental friendly lending policies to the startups. Here incentive framework put in place for banks to address the regional disparities in flow of the priority sector credit. Here if you see the scope of the PSL, that is priority sector lender, broadened to include the startups also, increasing the limits for renewable energy including solar power and compressed biogas plants. Here if you see that India is more concentrating on solar power energy. That's why if you give more limit, or if you increase the limit to that solar panel projects, that will boost our economy. At the same time we will produce the more renewable energy that will be useful for our nation. That's why increase the limits for renewable energy, at the same time biogas plants also. Here increasing the targets for lending to small marginal farmers and weaker sections also. If you see that PM Kisan, it is under the some is to boost the small under small and marginal farmers and weaker sections also. That's why RBI has revised their guidelines, that is PSL guidelines, that is priority sector lending guidelines. Next one, India's imports from China rise in June and July. Here if you see in India now, it is against China. That means there is a clash, there is a tensions between India and China over the line of actual control. Here if you see that everyone is thinking that by these tensions our imports will reduce. That means we will boycott that China products. We won't import that China products. But in contrast to that, India's imports from China rise in June. Compared to April, May and June. Now it is April and May. But if you see in June and July, the imports are increased. Here if you see in India's imports from China have risen 5.6 billion in July. India's imports from China had fallen to a record low of $3.6 billion both in April and May. But if you see in July, that is, it has risen to $5.6 billion. Here what is the reason behind that? If you see that due to the shipment of masks, medical products and work from home equipment. Here first of all we have to understand that China is well equipped, or China is strong at their economy. That's why every country, even India, China, USA and Australia, Philippines, some countries also more dependently on China. Why? Because there is some economic ties between these two, between those countries. That's why if you see in India and China, India is mostly dependent on China's medical equipment. That's why after some economic growth or economic progression or economy progression, after that India's imports also from China has risen from April to May to now it is risen to June and July. If you see that while imports from China to India have risen since May 2020, they were still short of levels reached in 2019. If you compare to 2019, that is a short of levels. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care and bye bye.